Hello, it's Trevor Emden here again, aka Wizard of Wisdom. In this short video, I just wanted to follow up on the last video I made about would you trust the law of attraction, because in my life there came a point, where a sort of pivotal point, where I had to decide, do I trust it or not? And all those people, all those naysayers, and I was one of them for a long time, because it's a very safe place to be, to say, well, what if it all goes wrong? What about all the risks you're taking? If you walk away from your job, if you just follow your dream without any particular plan, how irresponsible, how crazy, and all those things feel real. They really do feel real. So there had to come a point for me where I kind of went, okay, do I trust this thing or not? Because here's this solid reality, this world that we can feel and touch and see and smell and taste, and then there's this internal world and these drives in my heart that are just imagination, just fantasy. That's what we tell ourselves, what we tell our kids. It's just your imagination. Grow up, get on with reality. So the question is, could I prove all those naysayers wrong? And I didn't do that. Didn't do the things I've done in order to prove them wrong. It was I wanted to live, or to prove myself right, really, for myself. And some of those people fell away from my life. They thought I was just weird, and they thought I'd gone strange. And some became closer and became loyal followers, and some went on to become leaders in their own right. So it was interesting to see how the dynamics changed. And again, I didn't foresee any of that. I didn't do the things I've done for the change. I just realized that if I didn't tip the balance the way I wanted it to, my life would tick by, and it was ticking by, and I was already in my 30s, and things I wanted to do were not happening, and looked as though they would never happen if I stuck to the status quo. So it was really about taking these risks and stepping out. And around that time, somebody gave me a great image to hold on to, which helped me a lot at the time. And it was not long after the release of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I think it was that one, where Sean Connery plays his dad. And if you've ever seen that movie, there's a scene towards the end of it when the Nazis have Sean Connery in captivity, and they say, well, we'll shoot your dad to Indiana if you don't go and get us the Holy Grail, which was the quest in that movie. And so Indiana, does what he does, and he goes through, rocks that are going to fall on him, and all kinds of traps, and eventually arrives on a precipice, and there's an abyss, and on the other side of the abyss is another rock face, and he can see that in that rock face is a cave entrance, and he realizes that the Grail will be in there. Now he's faced with a choice. Either try and get across the abyss, and there's no apparent way to cross it, or go back without the Grail and have his dad shot by the Nazis. So he puts his foot out, and as he puts his foot out, there's a bridge. It's invisible because it's an optical illusion. It looks like it's part of the rock face on the other side. And then he gets a handful of pebbles and he scatters them across the bridge, and he's able to see where he can actually cross. And so the metaphor that I was given around that time was, when you step out in trust, it's like the universe comes up to meet you. There's always a way. And I'll be honest, there have been times when I've lost that trust. I've abandoned it. It almost feels like it's abandoned me, but that can't be true, because it's just there for me to grasp again. And whenever I've re-grasped it and trusted, things have worked out. I'm still here. It's like 25 years on now, and I'm still here, and it's worked out for me. Now, I'm not telling you to do things that are that feel wrong or so outside your comfort zone. And I know that many people will never ever do that, but I am saying I insisted to the universe, there has to be a way. I've got all these dreams, I've got all these passions, there has to be a way I can follow them. There has to be. Otherwise, what's the point of me having them? And whenever I don't follow them, I feel out of sorts. I feel wrong. I feel frustrated and limited. I'm sure I'm not meant to live that way. I'm sure no one is meant to live that way. I'm sure you're not meant to live that way. So I don't know if that's inspiring or not. Or I hope it is, because that trust, that bridge isn't outside, it's inside. And I've made a lifetime study of how the mind works. I didn't know I was going to do that. I didn't think I'm going to spend my life studying how my mind works and how other people's minds work. But it's because when you take control of your mind, and no one teaches us this, no one at school, not even at university, you don't get taught how to control your mind. They have like counselors available in case yours starts going wrong in some way. But that's not enough. They should teach us how to use our minds, not just cram us full of knowledge. We need to understand how to use the facilities, the resources that we have within ourselves. Because once you understand how to have peace of mind, even when externally things appear to be going wrong, then you can trust that that's part of your journey. You know, if you're crossing the ocean, or even in a boat or a plane, I guess, and it gets a bit rough, you know, there's some turbulence or there's rough sea or whatever, you don't generally think, oh, that's it, we're going to crash, we're going to sink or whatever. You just trust that the captain and the pilot or the crew will know how to handle that and get you through. It's the same. It's the same. It's like I'm not alone on this journey. And that's not a statement about an external God up there who sends down bolts of lightning and plagues of locusts and makes up the rules. That's not a statement about that. It's a statement about trusting in a higher intelligence that's already integral to me and you. We all have it. We're all part of it. It's where we came from. So that's my message for today. I don't want to go any more in case I ramble. So I hope that's helpful, and we'll talk again soon. Leave your comments. Leave your comments below. And if you're watching this on the wizardofwisdom.com website, help yourself. I think it's that way. Might be that way. To my free guide to the law of attraction. Just pop your name and email in the box, and I'll send you a free guide. Okay. Bye for now.